park. And then, of course, this is the BQE, the alignment to the highway, and then this is the alignment, this is the neighborhood of Brooklyn Heights. This is what we're doing right now at Pier 2 for court sports. We salvaged some of the existing shed to provide shaded areas for court players and for park visitors, which I think is actually quite beautiful. And this will be finished next spring. And here on Pier 5, we developed a beautiful soccer field, 5 acres of soccer right in the harbor. I want to talk about the waterfront edge. I think it's one of the things in terms of design that the park is really actually quite exemplary. We have a lot of different edge conditions. If you go to many sort of 19th century parks, even in New York City, the Olmsted Park of Riverside Park is a pretty consistent bulkhead right at the water. With lights. There's a lot of very other famous images from waterfront parks in New York City, at Battery Park City, Sutton Place. All of those traditional sites have benches and then a rail and then a light fixture. And I think what we really looked at here in the design is do something different and really let people get to the water and let that idea of being able to touch the water be sort of the overriding goal. And so this idea of edge complexity is really a new idea for New York City, and I think is one that is really quite groundbreaking in our design, and one of the reasons that people come back to our park. So you could see that there's areas where there's, I showed you in earlier slides, of railings and benches, but then we have areas in our park where you can just get a boat into the water. Which I think is really something that we do particularly well. Here you could see the image here on the right. You could see that what we've done is analyze areas where there are existing bulkheads, and in places where they were deteriorated, take them away and build up new revetment slopes to create these different environments. This is sort of an overall analysis of our edges. What we've done because of removing these deteriorated bulkheads is actually enlarge the edge and give our visitors the opportunity to actually touch the water in more locations than they would have done if we actually kept the existing edges. Here's a great example of that. I showed this earlier. This is the kayaking between Pier 1 and Pier 2. I want to talk a little bit more about the natural forces that went into designing our park. Of course, the harbor is windy. There's a lot of sun. We have this joke in our office that New Yorkers love sun, but they also happen to love shade.